Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. I worked as a cook in a Chinese restaurant one summer during my college years. I remember the chef of the restaurant told me that in Chinese cooking, stir-frying is probably the most flexible cooking method for creating dishes with different flavors. And he told me that the most efficient and effective ways to create flavor is by using sauces. He will have containers set up like this, contain some basic sauces. And we can create many different flavors by using different combinations of these sauces. Some of these sauces are commercially prepared, but some of them actually are prepared by the chef. In addition to the sauces, the only other flavoring agents that we have are sugar, salt, and pepper. Actually, we seldom use the sugar, salt, and pepper because the main flavor of the dishes were created by the sauces. And sauces turn out to be the magic ingredients for create flavor of different type of dishes in stir-frying. There are many types of sauces that are created commercially for different types of stir-fry dishes. About years ago, I looked into my refrigerator and pantry and I found that I have quite a few different kinds of sauces. In fact, many of them I actually hardly use at all. And many of these type of sauces are so-called dedicated sauces that are designed for a certain specific dish. Here are 4 sauces marketed by the fast food company Panda Express. On the left is a Kung Pao sauce, which is supposedly for making Kung Pao chicken. And next to it is the orange sauce, which is for the famous orange chicken at Panda Express. And then you have a sweet chili sauce, and then you have a Mandarin teriyaki sauce. So recently my friend Jackie asked me, so how would you use these sauces? And so here is a different company that make a different set of sauce. From left to right, you have a teriyaki sauce, and you also have an orange sauce, and you have a Sichuan sauce, and a Thai peanut sauce. And this represents only the tip of the iceberg. Recently, I went to a Asian supermarket in Aurora, which is a suburb of Chicago. And I could not believe how many different types of sauces that they have. In fact, they have aisles and aisles of sauces, not only from one country, but from different countries. And for most people, these sauces are extremely confusing because you really do not know which one to use. So in this video, I'm going to give you some, I would call it basic ideas of how to use different kind of sauces in the most productive as well as creative ways. So here are the set of commonly used sauces, and we start from left, which is a regular light soy sauce, and another one is a what we call a savory light soy sauce, and right in the middle is the dark soy sauce, and then right next to it we have the sesame oil, and then on the right is the oyster sauce. And you most likely will find all these 5 sauces in a kitchen that do a lot of stir frying. And here you will find some more unusual sauces. Most of these seasoning agents are based on soybean. Like the one on the top left is a soybean sauce, and right next to it is a black fermented soybean. And of course, next to that is the sriracha sauce. And then another one, we have another bean curd type of sauce. And of course, in the below, we have another bean sauce. We have a hoisin sauce. And we have a sesame sauce. And right at the far right, lower far right, we have a chili bean sauce. These sauces are more unusual, and most stir-fry kitchen probably would have some, but not all of it. And so if you are a beginner, you are just doing stir frying, the question that actually Jackie asked me is that, what kind of sauces should I have? And in this video, I'm going to provide you with some recommendations, and specifically, I'm going to talk about how to use specialized sauce to complement your basic sauce. Everybody doing stir frying need to have a soy sauce in their pantry. But instead of recommending to have the light and dark soy sauce separately, I will recommend you to have the Kikkoman soy sauce, which is somewhere between the dark and light, and will serve a dual purpose. So what other sauce should you have? I will recommend that 2 additional basic sauce, that is oyster sauce and hoisin sauce, because they will form the foundation for many different types of dishes. When you have these 3 different types of sauces at your disposal, you'll be surprised how many different flavors that you can create. And all you have to do is to vary the ratio between them. In fact, I would recommend you to take these 3 sauces and try using different amount of each one of them, and to see how you like the best combination. I think you'll be very surprised by how many different flavors that you can create with just these 3 simple sauces. Because they all have slightly different flavor characteristics. By varying the ratio, you will enhance certain characteristics over the others. Recently, my friend Wayne asked me, do I have a cheat sheet for flavor? Well, if there's a cheat sheet, this is the one. Is that try to take these 3 basic sauces and vary their combination, and to look for your favorite. Once you have thoroughly explored these 3 sauces, now you start to create more variations by using additional sauces. And the first set of sauces that I would recommend you to try are to use the pre-made sauces, as I have mentioned earlier. So here, the first sauce I would recommend you to try is the Panda Express orange sauce. And the reason for that is because it has a very different flavor characteristics in comparison to the soy sauce, the hoisin sauce, and the oyster sauce. It is very reasonably priced, and you can purchase this at Walmart. So the first thing I would recommend you how to use this sauce as soon as you get it is to use the sauce exactly the way it is and put it directly into the chicken that you are doing the stir frying. In fact, this is how they intend you to use the sauce, because this will create a orange flavor, very much the same as the orange chicken that you find at Panda Express. Now, this is a good way for you to get a first impression of what the sauce tastes like. You might like it exactly the way it is, but however, I would suggest that from this point on, you can combine it with oyster sauce and hoisin sauce to create a more complex flavor. So now you can explore the combinations of all 4 sauces, or maybe just 2 or 3. Now you have a greater possibilities of the flavor that you can create. Furthermore, now you can explore these flavoring strategies not only in chicken or other meat dishes. You can explore this flavor in vegetable dishes. As in this case, I am using this flavor strategy for an eggplant vegetable medley. In this case, I start out the dish with some oyster sauce, and then I follow by addition with some hoisin sauce. As I have mentioned earlier, this will provide the foundation for the flavoring of this dish. But now I'm going to add the first sauce, which is the Panda Express orange sauce. You notice here, I add only a very small amount, about half tablespoon. Actually, it makes this eggplant dish taste wonderful. So as you can see here, there are many possible permutations to how to use these 3 different sauces. And now in the future, instead of using this orange sauce, you can use a sweet and sour sauce, a teriyaki sauce, or a peanut sauce. So if you want an easy way to create flavor and to generate variations in your dishes, sauces is definitely the way to go. And there are so many different sauces that you can explore to create the specific flavor that you are looking for. And this is the ultimate objective of flavor chasing in my fast cooking system. I post a video each day to help you to make home cooking as part of your daily routines, and that is fun, creative, practical, efficient, and delicious, so that you can make home cooking as a viable alternative to fast and processed food. So keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.